I'm doing that thing where I just kind of talk unscripted at the camera, so let's hope coherence is achieved. Hi guys, I'm John, and this is my vlog, and today I'm going to talk about part of my UXC experience that I have a huge problem with, and that is networking. So obviously in the entertainment industry, you have to know people if you want to succeed. You need to know producers who want to make your scripts and have good relationship with directors who will attach to your projects and all the things. And I'm aware of that, and I'm okay with that. What I hate is opportunities that are constructed for people to meet each other, because I feel like they are the most awkward things. When you're in situations where the business connection is the point, it just feels so phony. Of course, at USC School of Cinematic Arts, they are constantly encouraging us to make connections with each other, which is valuable and good and honest, but it's when we're in those opportunities where they're like, here, connect with each other at this place, that I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I'm really bad at interacting with new people. I'm fairly charming despite this, but I'm pretty uncomfortable in these situations. And when I know that I'm just trying to make a business contact, and they know that I'm just trying to make a business contact, that just makes my discomfort far greater. So this Saturday we had this event that the writers were invited to that was put on by the Peter Struck Producing Program, where they screen their films, and we were invited basically so that afterwards we could all schmooze and be like, oh hi, I'm a writer, and they could be like, oh, okay, here's my card, let's make stuff together. And how many honest connections did I make with people? Very few, probably. How many business cards did I get? 4. What am I supposed to do with those? Their knowledge of what I write is minimal. It's what I had to briefly describe to them in our conversations. Their knowledge of who I am is minimal, because obviously everyone was not exactly being themselves as much as we all perhaps tried to be. And really, my knowledge of them and their skills as a producer are minimal, because I know that they managed to make this project happen, which is impressive. Anytime a project comes together and looks halfway decent, I applaud that. But at the same time, it's not like the films were perfect. I don't really know that much about them and what kind of stuff they want to produce. At the same time, anyone who wants to help me connect my writing with money and surviving, I'm happy to meet. But how many of these connections are actually going to pay off for me? I don't know. It kind of boils down to, I don't believe in the concept of networking at all. I think that when you meet people, you should try to be friendly with them and be nice and express yourself as who they are, and they can express themselves as who they are, and your goal from that meeting should not be to make a business contact. And then, as you encounter that person in other places and you're like, hey, I remember you and I remember talking to you and your name and things like that, you're gonna deepen that sort of, not quite friendship, but acquaintanceship that is pleasant and friendly and not defined by, I want you to do something for me and you need me to do something for you. So then you're in that person's mind as a sort of friend acquaintance thing that happens to be a writer, that maybe you briefly talked about the kind of work you guys have done, but it wasn't to get anything out of it, and then they get to a point where they're like, hey, I need a script. Wait a minute, I know that guy, he's a writer, why don't I contact him? And as opposed to being one of many writers in their Rolodex, you're a person who pops into their mind quickly because you've established a genuine human connection with them. And that kind of thing is never going to happen if the approach is, hi, I'm John, I'm a writer, you're a producer, give me money, which is the approach that these networking-y events kind of create. Granted, I am a student who makes videos on the internet, and people who are in the industry may vastly disagree on the success that networking events, setups, things have on their career, but for me, it all just feels very phony. And I don't want a phony business relationship. I want honest, genuine relationships, because I think that's how I'll get work. So that was just a mini rant about that. Really, the event was fun, it was enjoyable, the films weren't bad. I mean, there were some that I didn't like as much as others, but they weren't bad. It wasn't a waste of a Saturday night. I did get business cards, but I wish it could have just been a mixer as opposed to writers go and be schmoozing, yeah. And best of all, there were free food and drinks, which is pretty much my favorite thing. So that was just a sort of rambling me talking video. Cool. Okay, bye.